Oh no. Appy's the first one. Wow. Bromero. Romario, it's the Oreo cookie. Made it first. Wow. No, I'm not Mike or Joe. I'm Jackson. I'm the third brother. We have 17 brothers. Big family. When we have family reunion, all the food goes quick. I said Oreo cookie, so it means I'm Mike. Wow. You extrapolated from that? Welcome in, everybody. Please hit like and subscribe. Any questions about the Philippines? You're planning on moving here, taking vacation? We'll try to answer all your questions if so. What is happening? Apex from Australia. Jace is in the house. Come on, people, chat. Ask me anything about the Philippines. Been living here almost 2 years now, so I think I know quite a bit. I won't say everything, because you know everything. You missed me yesterday. Yeah, we had an all-day brownout yesterday, so there was no live yesterday. I couldn't connect. Nothing I could do about that. When you mention internet, slow internet, welcome to the Philippines. I think they probably have the slowest in the world. It's too bad because most people here use it. Hello, everybody. Hit the like and subscribe buttons, please. Much appreciated. Questions about the Philippines? I may be able to answer some of your questions if you like, but you gotta talk. Please hit that like and subscribe. At the end of my live, I will go back and subscribe to you as well. What are you eating there, Mike? It's noodles, ground pork, with oh geez, I can't remember the name of the sauce that we put on there. It's a white sauce. Maybe carbonara sauce? Something like that. The Harsh Band Saldesky Kitchen. Oh wow, another Appy's accounts. Yeah, it's not bad. It's pretty tasty. It's left over from yesterday, so I got a little lazy, didn't want to make any lunch. I had to get my daughter ready. She went out to a practice. She's actually practicing to be in a marching band that's going to compete in the let's see, next month or October's festival in Dumaguete City. I think they call it the Buglazon Festival. She's very, very active. Yeah, Appy don't like I know everything. No, sorry, Romario, I don't know everything. I will never know everything. We always learn something new every day. That's what life's all about, is a learning experience. If we knew it all, then life would be boring. Look at my viewers, 23, yeah. It's not bad. Hello, everybody. I'm in the Philippine Islands. Anybody have any questions? If you're coming to visit, or you're planning on living here, I may be able to answer some of your questions. Yeah, it fluctuates a lot there, Jace. 1 minute it's 23, the next minute it's 6 or 7. 3 likes, all right. Now it's 5 people. Welcome in, everybody. Say hello, drop a hello in the chat down below. I'm in the Philippines, and 1 person from Australia, 1 person from India here. So we got 3 different countries in the house. Thank you, Mario, Mr. Oreo Cookie. He hit the like button. Wow, I'm impressed. 8 viewers. Hello, hello, hello. Everybody, welcome in. You guys want to chat? You got any questions about the Philippine Islands? Maybe you're planning on visiting sometime. Maybe you want to live here. Find yourself an asawa and live happily ever after. Five viewers. Hello, hello. Somebody chop a chat. Come on. Yeah, I have a question. What's your question? I can't wait to hear this one. Danielle Moyer. This. Hiya, Matt. What's happening? Matt from California in the house. Now we got 4 countries in here. Appy, do you want a Filipino wife? Appy could want all he desires, but I don't know. Filipinas are hard to please. No, I will marry in India only. Okay. How is your day? It's going pretty good. How about you? And where are you watching from? Danielle Moyer, where are you watching from? And how's your day? Happy will take anything you can get, Jace. Yep, you're right. Jace Apex said, hi, Daniel. Virginia, Jesus is Savior, believe. Okay. I believe. How are you today, Virginia? Where are you watching from? No, Matt, only Indian wife. Laughed out loud, Matty. Hi, Ramesh. How are you today? Hi, guys. I'm doing good. Where are you watching from, Daniel? I like to marry in India, says Romario. Well, nothing wrong with that. Find a nice lady in India, yeah. Go for it. Romario Oreo. I saw a dude who was live. Okay. Now you've seen 2 dudes that are live. He was door dashing food while live. Wow. Okay. That must have been a fast video. Oreo, are you referring is biscuit? No, Oreo is a cookie. It's not a biscuit, it's a cookie. 5 likes. I am from India, Ramesh. Okay, welcome from India. How's your day going over there today? Only had 1 viewer. I joined and we chatted for a bit. Wow. I'm surprised. Where was he door dashing from? Any idea? Happy, I wish you the best. You give him too much credit, Matt. No, I don't know. So Danielle, where are you watching from yourself? 8 viewers, 6 likes. Please like, share, and sub. That's okay. Not everybody hits the like button. It's the easiest thing you could do, but not everybody does it. It's hot in California there, Matt? It's really hot here right now. Look, if I started live, will you come too? Sure, why not? I'd go. I feel like that's a bit personal. Okay, no worries. You don't have to tell us which country you're from. It was supposed to cool off here for the next 3 days, but it just isn't happening, so I don't know. It hit 100 there today. What is my name, Ramesh? My name is Mike. I'm currently in the Philippine Islands. So we have the Philippines here, we have Australia here, we have the United States here, and we have India here so far. Yeah, Jace, you didn't know, and California is way down south on the west coast there, so it can get up the heat pretty good. Try going to like Arizona, New Mexico. Whoo! Especially Arizona gets really hot there. I'm worldwide famous. No, not quite. I like to watch live streams like this. Okay. Any questions about the Philippine Islands there, Danielle? Yuck, no thanks, and doesn't cool off at night in Arizona. Yeah, it doesn't pretty much doesn't get a chance to. Okay. No questions, okay. No worries. It's a bit cold here at the moment, Maddie. Thankfully it does where I live, yeah. Yeah, we do get some hot spots in the U.S. I've always lived up north, so I've always been kind of thankful for the moderate weather. But then when we get snow, oof, it's rough. Do you get any snow over there in Australia there, Matt, or Jace? Is there ever snow there? I hope you have a great day, but I need to go now. Okay, Daniel, thanks for coming in. Wherever you're from, you take care. Have a great day. Las Vegas is terrible in the summer, yeah. A city built in the middle of the desert that has no real water. Okay. I think I've heard that Las Vegas has to pump the water in from another state, don't they? An hour northeast of San Diego, okay. Where I'm originally from, it does, but in Sydney, not really. Do you think the guy is my brother? What guy? Not sure what you're talking about there, Oreo. The weather's always perfect in San Diego. I miss living there. Okay. Does it ever snow in San Diego? Has it ever snowed there? I'm not sure, just a question. Aroused my curiosity there. Welcome in, viewers. Please like and subscribe. Currently in the Philippine Islands. We got Australia, USA, and India in the house. If you Google what city has the best weather in the US, it says San Diego. Okay. Never snows. Okay. I wasn't sure about that because I know some places in Southern California do have mountain ranges. So I figure if you have mountains, it's more likely to maybe Seattle area up in the west there. We're close to Canada, so we get snow in the mountains every year. Maybe once every 5 years it drops down to the Seattle level. We're at sea level. Where I'm from, I live 1.5 hours away from Falls Creek, which is a ski resort. Oh, wow. I didn't know you get that much snow over there. I figured you were so close to the equator that it possibly wouldn't snow there. An hour away from the mountains, it snows there. Okay. Why do you say to read my username and give me timeout? One word comes to mind, Appy. Annoying. I mean, sometimes some of the things you say are, at the very least, bizarre. And sometimes you really got to watch what you say to these girls because it could end up being misconstrued as being rude. That's the nicest thing you have ever called Appy. Well, he's got to learn. Otherwise, he's just going to keep getting timed out. Like Maddie, it's also mountainous place, higher elevation. That's why it gets a lot of snow. Okay. I was not sure. Just never been to Australia. Never read about. Always seen like documentaries about the outback, and it's like almost desolate area, sort of like some of our areas there in the. Oh damn! What am I thinking? What's the word coming to my mind here? In the desert, where it's no life really. Are you near a road? Yeah. Yeah, I have a road right outside my front wall here. I'm sitting on my front porch, so there's no road that runs through my porch, but if you go out my front gate, you'll definitely see the road. Motorcycles traveling past all day long. So Matt, have you talked to Oma about the schedule and all the logistics on the meeting coming up? Yeah, Matt, sorry to say, but yeah. I think H or S would be your best choices. I really don't see D ever giving you any time of day. She never gives you the credit for being there and supporting her all the time. Yeah, the middle of Australia is barren desert. Okay. Looks tasty that you are eating. Can I also get? Boy, that's as broken English as I've ever heard. No, I don't know. Did you? Yeah, actually, Matt, it's we meet in Manila on the 8th. She said she'll meet me at the airport. On the 9th, we will travel by plane to Masbate. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. And then the actual event would happen on the 12th, is what I'm told. She's very family oriented, seems to care only about her family. Yeah, that's okay. That's how my wife is here too. I could spend tons of money on our monthly needs for her, my daughter, and I, and then she sneaks back door to her family, and I end up the last week of the month, I end up going crazy, worried about having enough to supply us, and then her family has all kinds of stuff. You know, like, and I would rather be really honest to you. No need to sugarcoat things. Yeah, I'm always honest to you as well. We got to be honest to each other. Ann says she would marry me and leave her family to live in California. Yes, it would give her a better opportunity at a more substantial life. The quality of living is so much better in California. I mean, I don't know if you've ever been to the Philippines there, Matt, but they're a very, very poor country. They struggle because there's not a lot of jobs here. You know, if there were more jobs, they would do a lot better, but there just isn't. Not enough in foreign investments in the country. That's about as much as I'll say because I don't want to go into debating the Philippine government. That's against the rules. I'm not Filipino, so I don't get a right to judge their country. I also wish I could be born in the U.S. My life will become so amazing. Yeah, I don't know about that. You have to be an amazing person to make your life amazing. It's not about where you're from. It's about what you make it. Like that was yours so heartbreaking. What happened to her the other day? Oh, wait a minute. Who are you talking about? Oh, yeah. About what happened to Hanlon. Yeah, that was sad. Yeah, it makes you just want to cry, you know. Or at the very least, jump on a jet and just go over there and beat the crap out of that guy. I understand. Laugh out loud. You just have to work hard, Appy. Hand on her live, yeah. Yeah, that was really sad to see such a sweet girl, you know, get the innocence taken out of her by having to go through something like that. You're such a wonderful person. See how lucky people born in superpower country, USA, and I was born in India, which will become superpower after 1,000 years. Well, don't always look at superpower or non-superpower. It really doesn't matter. It's what you make of your life that matters. Maddie was looking for you last night. Oh, she was looking for you last night, yep. Yeah, he finally went there, Jace. He finally ended up at her live. I talked to her earlier today, and she says her arm still hurts, and her mom is still in pain, too. Yeah, I guess what she was telling me yesterday was he smacked her mom in the head or something and banged it against the wall. That's pretty violent. I mean, geez, you got to think, you wish he had like relatives living fairly close so they could just get out of that situation. I mean, I don't care how much she loves him, but if he does that to them, then it's time to get away. Matt, do you know Hanlon's new schedule? I came on late, Jace. Like the last 15 minutes. Well, Oreo retracted his message. Probably best you retract them all. Oh, okay. That's good, Maddie, you came. Now I didn't saw Joe in live. Well, you probably will never see Joe in live. Joe is always out on missions. She was so brave to step in between them, yeah. Well, but you got to wonder with a close family member like that gets so drunk that they start beating their wife and daughter. That's just totally wrong. I mean, something Guy needs counseling or something, or he needs to get off the alcohol and stop drinking. Yeah, he's on a mission to find Appy's house in India. I think she is supposed to be going live now. Hannah Lynn is supposed to be going live now? Geez, with my lives at 1 o'clock and their schedule changes, I might have to just figure out all the schedules and then start going live at a different time maybe. Maybe I'll get up earlier in the morning. And Hannah Lynn's brother is in Cebu right now. Oh. Is he working in Cebu right now, Matt? It tells me that might have happened before if she wasn't scared to step in like that. Yeah, it's a shame. Some guys just get stupid with the people that they say they love. Hannah Lynn pulled her mom over to her to protect her. Yeah, why would you want to beat your wife, you know? Getting into a verbal argument is one thing. You know, you get it off your chest. But to actually physically assault a woman is just, that does not make you a man. And you push away the people that love you the most. That's the sad thing, you know? I mean, this guy's got to have thought about that before he did it. Happy timeout. Time your little butt out. Hello, 7 viewers. Drop something down in the chat. Talk to us. Oh, yep. Happy's timed out. Bye-bye, Happy. She will never look at him the same again. Yeah, who would? I mean, if your dad was beating your mom, would you look at your dad the same? I certainly wouldn't. If I had the power to, I would jump in. Even if I knew I'd get my butt whooped, I'd still jump in and defend my mom. There's no reason anyone should ever assault anybody else. That's just very insane. A man is the one who controls his anger. I've punched walls before. But yeah, it's not cool to beat women. Just tell what type of person he really is. She would do anything for her loved ones. Very resilient. Yeah, and if you're a real man, you really love your family, that should break your heart that your daughter has to step in and get hurt over defending her mom. It's just, the guy must be, I don't know, his elevator doesn't go to the top floor or something, or they must have taken his marbles away. Who knows? Absolutely. Even 35 kilo Hannah jumped in there. Absolutely, yeah. You got to really respect and admire Hannah Lynn for that. Did I said something wrong, Mike? I'm sorry. Why would you say something wrong, Appy? You know, the better thing to do, instead of talking out of the side of your neck, is listen. You might really learn something if you listen to people around you. If it was the father, I would have put a gun to his head after that. Now, I'm not sure I would have gone that far, but I understand what you're saying. You know, you don't want anybody to beat your mom. That's just insane. What really made me tear up when she tried to stop herself from crying and kept trying to put on a smile for us. Yeah, no, she shouldn't have had to do that, but I don't know. She has a lot of pride. But when it comes down to something like that, you know, it's only so long you can hold that in. She should have went away for a few minutes, taken some time and got it out of her system. But, you know, and even them other idiots that you kept Bannon from the room that kept talking crap about, ooh, I contacted YouTube and they're going to do something about it. YouTube ain't going to do jack about it. It's better to keep her in the chat where we can watch, and if something really happens, I'm local. I can call the police, no problem there. Then she was apologizing to us. That killed me. Yeah, me too. Yeah, there's no reason she should ever apologize to us for that. We should be apologizing to her that a man, somebody, of our, of our gender was actually beating women. I was tearing up the whole time too, Jace, yeah. Well, I guess it was all three of us then. Such a sweet and beautiful human. Yeah, it's really one of the saddest things to see is women and children being abused by the ones who they love so much. I know, Matt, I was there. I just couldn't say anything else because I know she needed you the most. Well, guys, I think we, helped her a little bit because we were there to support her. And if she didn't have anybody to talk to about that, how much worse would it have been for her if she couldn't get it off her shoulders? And have some people there to tell her how much they care about her. It was a very difficult time for all of us, yeah. For sure, yeah. Yeah, you can't get much of a worse situation than that. But thanks to all you guys for standing up with her, giving her the strength she needed to not break down. And I mean, because what's a fragile young lady like that gonna do against? If he's beating his wife like that, then she can step in, but maybe she gets beat up too then. So it's good that she went aside and talked to us a little bit. Helped her to calm down a little bit. And then the next day was great, yesterday. Because, let's see, Ben and I tag teamed a bunch of super chats and got our goal finished. And she was real happy, and each day goes by, it'll go to the back of her mind. She'll stop thinking so much about it. She and Dee are our best friends. I told Dee about it, and she had no idea what that happened. Yeah, I'm sure that Hannah Lynn's not going to run around telling everybody. She's probably the one, it's ironic, but she's probably the one that felt embarrassed about the whole thing when it wasn't even her fault. Happy, what time is it here? You ought to look at the clock. Happy, man, you got internet, right? It's almost 2 o'clock. It was awesome, Mike, that you guys were there helping her. Well, we were all there, We're all there for her. We all love her. She's a special person. I like seeing her happy. When she's happy, there's, nothing's impossible in the world when you see a young lady like that smiling. "11 likes. Man, I'm getting double digits every day these days. That's pretty good. Wonder if I got any subs on this video. 4 p.m. "4 p.m. where Jace is. Yep, he's West Coast. She has the most beautiful smile to light up a room. Yes, she does. She certainly does, Mr. Matt. Yeah, so you ought to take her to California with you. Call it a day, Matt. Forget about Dee. It's just my observation, but I just don't see, I don't see the emotion from her that I do from Hannah Lynn or even Sarah. Guys, I made her cry once and it broke me because of how much I mean to her. Matt, you mean Hannah Lynn? Or you talk about Dee? I said something stupid to her and she was so devastated. That's the one thing about in the Philippines. Our sarcasm goes like right to their heads, and they think we're being honest, we're being truthful and forthcoming, but we're actually just being idiots with our own country slang. Okay. Yeah, he is so special. Yeah, there's so many girls in this country like that too. They're all great young ladies, just in bad situations. And being that way all your life in a poor country, you don't have much of anything, and they're always trying to help their families out and neglect themselves. And I don't know how there's not like a million young Filipino ladies sitting around crying all day. I realize that about Filipinos now. When they love hard. Yeah, and any mistake that you make that comes out of your mouth can potentially kill the whole situation, and you won't even know it. You won't realize it because that's the way we are back at home. We don't think about that kind of stuff. I made a comment like, maybe I won't go on your other live because you were ignoring me and flirting with other guys, and she wasn't. She was just being her amazing self, and she started crying, thinking I felt that way about her. Yeah, you can break their hearts really easy. It's not hard. They're not like Western women. Western women would and walk away from you. These women truly are sad when that happens. Hi, Matt. You're not the only one. I'll feel bad for her for a long time. Because back in the U.S., you beat your woman or your children, cops are going to show up. They're going to show up and put your ass in jail. But here, it's like there aren't the same amount of police. And a lot of people tend to not get involved in that kind of stuff. I've seen machete fights here where everybody stands on the side and cheers them on as they're trying to kill each other. When people get drunk here, they just get stupid. I also tried to be in a relationship, but it never worked. Okay. Was it your kitty cat? Oreo? You're going to jail for sure. Yeah, it's a domestic violence law. If they come to your house, any sign she's in distress or anything, your butt's going to jail. Yeah, men like to beat women in the U.S., that's for sure. It's more of a common practice. But like I always tell everybody, the more I've observed about the Philippines is they're like 30 to 50 years behind us in everything we used to do. So eventually that will probably become the normal here as well. It's, I mean, I'm sad to say it, but it almost seems like things like that are going to start to become in existence here. Domestic violence is very strict. No questions asked, straight to the slammer. In court, the judge will throw the book at you. Huh. Have you ever actually seen a judge throw a book at somebody? That was always a funny comment. I always laugh at that one. No, not so strict everywhere. It's weird here. Like if you're a woman who's been abused by your husband and she takes you to court to try to divorce or get an annulment, the judge ends up 9 out of every 10 times trying to talk you into going back with him. So they're a little behind the times here. Some people in power just use their own imagination instead of actually going by what's best for the person that's in front of them. If the people in the Philippines realize that, they probably wouldn't do it. Yeah, if they had the same type of laws as we do, if they were strict about it. Billy club to the back of the head, buddy. You're going down. Then the cops go on you. Yeah, it is, Maddie. After domestic violence, the family will also get $5,000 for any therapy, etc. that's needed. And who pays that $5,000, Jace? Is it taxpayer money, or is the person that committed the crime responsible to pay that? You know, Mike, millions of people suffer from violence worldwide daily, which is sad. Yeah, it really is sad. Yeah, taxpayer money, okay. Well, it should be the person that's responsible for committing the crime, but I'm glad at least you have a system there that does care and help these people. Because who knows, he may be a poor bastard that beats her. And then he's got no money, and then they get nothing. And mostly our children's. Wow, Appy, sometimes you can actually talk like you have intelligence. Sometimes I think it's you hand the phone to somebody else who's older than you, maybe. Not 13. Is that possible? Or is that just me thinking? And you know, if a politician or big personality doing violence in India, they will get no jail. Well, that's in most places too. Just depends. Mike, your new number one is live right now too. What, Rhea's live right now? I thought Shakira goes on before her. Oh, you're talking about Ellen. The defendant to ask for compensation, but because it's mostly family members involved, they don't end up paying, so the government steps in. Okay. Well, it's really good you have a system there, Jace. Or like Martha Stewart, she goes to jail and it's like a country club there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's amazing. And she's probably cooking gourmet meals for the jailers and everything too. She probably gets her own special cell with curtains in the windows and no bars. That's what I would guess. I mean Ellen. Sorry. You're number two, I mean. Okay. Ellen's a sweet girl, but she's young. So she's like a little sister to me. You know, in India, people scare from police. Like people can't complain to police. Also, if crime happened with them, Indian law is so bad. Well, you guys need to get out and change your laws then. Lobby your politicians. Talk to your politicians. Write them letters. Till they go out there and make changes in your laws, you'll be stuck with it. Yeah, I heard about that, Maddie. Laugh out loud. Yeah, Martha Stewart. She's a trip. They had to probably segregate her so people wouldn't get her recipes. The network probably paid for that. Joking. But look how much irony is in the world these days. In USA there you can choose between two peoples now to make president. Well, there's a Democrat and a Republican, which the ones that usually on the big tickets, but there's independents, there's several different categories, depending on what side of the coin you end up being on. But most of those people don't get enough supporters to get the votes they need to beat the Democrat or the Republican. I'm not sure I've ever seen anyone other than elected as United States president. Your country too, Appy. It's just corruption that's running it. Yep, I believe that, Jace. But the money is behind the two major parties. Yeah, and they get the most publicity, they get the most everything. Even though they're the biggest lowlifes of them all. Used to be a guy from Texas named Ron Paul. Always swore up and down that they should have, the government should be smaller than the people. Because the government works for the people don't work for the government. But nobody ever seemed to catch on to that kind of a theory. Didn't Ross Perot have a good run as president back in the day? Yeah, he ran away. That was his run. He had a little bit of a run, but then he turned around and ran. He dropped out. Here too, they're only Labor and Liberal. And I bet the Labor Party doesn't do an inch of work, and the Liberals are probably not even liberal. You know, India is 100 years behind the U.S. in development. Well, to be honest with you, most countries are behind the U.S. in development. We pay a lot of taxes in our country. The workers take 20% out of all their tax, and that builds everything. Yep, pretty bloody much, Mike. LOL. You have to descend military, Appy. Most countries they're poorer than the U.S., so they can't take taxes out of anybody. So that means that country is bound to get done with what they need on very, very small amounts of funds. And you can tell the difference because the U.S. military spends more money than all of the allied countries put together. You know, Mike, who is enemy country of India? Sure, Pakistan. Everybody knows that. You guys are always fighting on the border all the time. You're like North Korea, South Korea, who's the other ones? China and Tibet, and it's that way all the time. Neighbors always seem to throw rocks at each other. Pakistan, which is supposed to be the brother, yeah. You know, it's funny. India has the second most behind only China. Yeah, but they're less trained too. Chinese has a little more technology now, but India should have been a superpower by now. I believe that they're a nuclear country. I hear Pakistan's become the training ground for radicals since the Afghanistan wars all started in, was it 1980 when Russia first invaded them? Got their butts whooped. I know, I want to tell you a funny thing. Can I tell? All right, but be prepared. You might get timed out if you tell the wrong thing. U.S. is third, right behind India. You mean the most military guys there, Matt, or what? That's not something you should be proud of, Appy. Pakistan always attacks first, Jace. Well, try to be more diplomatic and give them the reason not to want to attack first. But the number of fighter jets in the U.S. has is like 5 or 6 times more than the next biggest. Yeah, which is probably Russia. But Russia is still working on a lot of World War II equipment. They really haven't had the money to beef up their stealth and everything else like that. China, I think, is passing them in that kind of category. And that's only because China became a big superpower in selling cheap goods to the world. China has 2 million, India 1.4, USA 1.3 million. $2 million? I thought China had like 1 billion soldiers or something crazy. Who knows? That may be including all the reserves or something like that. Thing is, if you have a big army and you can't afford to feed them, all of that is pointless. Yeah, that's true. That's very true, specifically in the Japanese War, World War II. Japan was left to defend islands and given no supplies. Appy, why do you fight with Pakistan? Is it over religious reasons? No, it's scare enemy. Yeah, because of Kashmir. Pakistan claims Kashmir is of Pakistan. It's a piece of property. Why should anybody claim anything? Can't you make your own Kashmir in India? Wouldn't it be easier to just to say, okay, that's their country, we have a right to make a claim? That's just like Israel and Palestine. They both have, like, I think, monuments in each other's countries that they claim as holy religious sites. But it just doesn't make any sense to me. It's of Kashmiri, not of India, and not of Pakistan. Well, it's got to be somebody's country. So I don't think there's a spot of land in the whole world that's not owned by somebody. No one has right to claim. But you're both fighting over claiming it, so that's kind of a pointless argument. It's kind of cool to talk about guys' things. Yeah, it's nice to be able to chat outside of the live streams, because some of the things we have to say get off of our backs. probably shouldn't be said in the live streams. Oma might frown on that kind of thing too, you know. Interrupts the girls' lives. And some guys just come in and see us chatting about crazy stuff and then just walk right back out. Then the girls kind of lose out on that. Yeah, that's true, Maddie. That's why I'm glad we have a place to go here. Even if I don't get any likes or subscriptions, it doesn't matter. We get to hang out and be comrades. All I know is Australia and the Philippines are allies of the U.S. That's right. They certainly are. I just read in the news this past few days that over 100 Filipinos were arrested in China. I didn't read why. Yeah, you know, one of our closest allies, the U.S., is Australia. Britain has gone the other way at times when they didn't like the things we were doing, but there were times we didn't like the things they were doing, but we never, ever turned our backs on Britain, but they sometimes do to us nowadays, but Australia never has. I like the woman that was leading Australia at one point. She gave Congress the bird. Oh, that was funny as hell. And the Philippines, at times, depending on their president, has said, well, we're going to go with China now, when China offers them money, but then China says, whoop, pulls the rug out from underneath them, and then they run back to the U.S. again. China and North Korea do concern me. Oh yeah, Maddie. Yeah, not so much China. I think China is afraid to do anything drastic, just like Russia has been. They'll flex their muscles when they need to, but that's about it. North Korea is the one that's the questionable one, because you never know. If you're North Korea and you're being backed by both Russia and China, it gives a chicken the balls to try to fight the bull. North Korea seems unpredictable. Yeah, they've always been unpredictable. Yeah, because Chinese weapons are like toys. They don't work. So, Happy, that's the last thing you want to ever do is underestimate your opponent. Just because you assume their toys don't work doesn't mean that they actually won't work. When shit hits the fan, that's the only time you'll ever find out. And by that time, it's a little too late. You can't turn back the clock once it's already underway. Very, Jace. Yeah, you know, the United States funds a lot of countries, gives them just literally billions and billions of dollars to help their countries. I wish they would just stop with some of them countries and give more to the Philippines. But you just never know whether it's going to go to the people or in somebody else's pocket. That's the problem with all politicians, is power seems to corrupt people. We don't know what they want to do because they are so isolated in their own things. Yeah, I've seen documentaries where North Koreans are going to the border of China and meeting other people there and getting like thumb drives with American movies on them and things they can't get there, they're not allowed to watch, or books that they're not allowed to read. And it's like North Korea controls the thoughts of their own people. They take the will away from their people. Exactly, Maddie. North Korea only tests missiles. He will never attack. Well, Happy, you never know that. Never assume. Assumption is the mother of all screw-ups. I don't even think we have the ability to shoot down their missiles anymore, guys. Yeah, you're probably right. At some point, our technology becomes obsolete to new technology that they develop. Like China been working on supersonic missiles for a long time. And then Russia's got the multiple nukes, where it's not just one solid nuke, it's a bunch that actually fly out of the big nuke and at different cities. And I'm not even sure we have much of that kind of stuff, that kind of technology. I know we can take on North Korea, but that's only if and when they attack, after damage is done. USA has best defense system with THAAD. Appy, I doubt it. There's been new technology that's come out from the other guys since then. All we can do is just keep on trying to make better technology, and what happens is it keeps costing us more and more money, and then eventually somebody's going to go broke and not be able to keep up. There's a retest in them, Appy. Yeah, they're trying to see what they can do. Trying to see their capability and try to scare the pants off of us at the same time. We do, Appy, but they always design weapons we can't defend. Yeah. Yeah, the Chinese are like getting smarter and smarter as far as technology goes. And that's why it's a big deal with Taiwan, because Taiwan is one of the major chip industries that, provides for U.S. technology and weapon systems. And China knows that. And if they get their hands on Taiwan, then they're going to get the edge on everybody. Facts, Maddie. Yeah, do some research. You'll see that, 1 minute we're the greatest, the next minute they're the greatest. It kind of evens itself out every other day. I'm not a political kind of guy, but all I know is that the world is safer when the U.S. has a president not afraid to attack and defend. Yeah, but sometimes that goes to hurt us too, because if he gets too antsy, like Trump likes to tweet everything and let the world know his secrets, and then there's no element of surprise in what he does. I also got angry on Iran when war happened with Iran and USA. I want that our government join war in USA and attack Iran. Why would you want that, Appy? Just best to stay out of it. Best to stay away from the wars. Then crazy things can happen. Then your country will start losing people. Then Iran will start, launching missiles at you as well. I wish we could have like another John F. Kennedy. He wasn't afraid to fight the good fight, but at the same time, he was a very humble man and really had good judgment in a lot of ways. He wasn't like a Trump who was like a big baby sometimes, in my opinion. No European countries have strong leadership right now, and that concerns me. Yeah, you're right. You are absolutely right. France and Britain are both really faltering. Germany isn't the same anymore either. And Russia's watching that. It wasn't China. China not so much. China's watching Asia, but Russia's keeping an eye on Europe. Hello, Frank. Is there a Frank in here? Wonaimo. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Welcome in. Is there a Frank in here? Or am I going crazy? You support ICE. ICE? You mean the immigration people? Hell no. I support the fact that anybody comes into the USA should be doing it in a legal way, but I don't believe in thugs like ICE. No, I don't believe it's the way to solve any of our problems. Because there's a lot of foreign people who come in from Central and South America who do a lot of help for our country. But the U.S. should create a system that allows them people to enter legally. That's what I believe in. Michael, is this your name or is it Mike? Michael is my real name, but Mike is just short for Michael. But Michael's when you're a kid. Pretty much. Unless it's your girl going, oh, Michael, oh. No. Joking, guys. But no, to answer your question, won't I mow? I don't believe in ICE, but I do believe in a fair system that keeps the illegals out, but also supports the people who are in there legally and trying to make a better life for themselves and their families. I do support those people. I support Trump then? Not really. I didn't vote for him, but I don't talk politics like that. That's doesn't make me who I am, who I support. If I say no, I don't support ICE, why would I be a Trump supporter? Because isn't Trump the guy who's making ICE go out there and do all that? Does that really make sense in your own mind? Mike moaning is wild. Yeah, I agree, Mike. Don't kick out people that pay their taxes and are good people. That's right. That's right, Matt. For the longest time, it's a lot of foreigners who are the blood, sweat, and tears of making the USA what it actually is. As far as harassing them all, it's just stupid. Tell ICE to go F themselves. Just the criminals and dangerous people, right? Yep. And like I said, U.S. government has to create a system where people can come in legally and not have to face any hardships from our own government because they're just trying to make a better life for themselves. That doesn't make any sense at all. Israel or Palestine or neutral? Well, I've always been a supporter of Palestine. I'm sorry. I don't like how Israel likes to go out there and fight, even though we suggest to them try to create peaceful solutions. Israel's leaders seem to be headstrong. Like, when I vote here, I don't even vote for anyone. I take the voting paper, fold it, and drop it in the box. Wow, really? Okay. I wish we weren't involved in that. Yeah, me too. Palestine too, yeah. I mean, that war's been going on maybe since I was born, I don't know. But I've always, back in Seattle, I've always gone to the rallies, Palestine people, and stood beside them. And I just wish that sometime we would get a U.S. leader who would kick the Israeli president in the butt and tell him, look, enough is enough. Woe are you American. Yeah, I'm from the American continent, sure. I'm Portuguese. Israel, Palestine is mean. Well, we all have our opinions, but I think Palestine might have become mean because Israel just won't stop slapping them around. But times have changed, and the Hamas has taken over, and they've kind of forcing the people to do their will, kind of thing. As long as I get my name marked off so I don't get an absentee vote, because I can get a big fine. Wow, they really fine you if you don't vote there? I thought that was your right, human right to vote or not vote. Yeah, everyone here present is American and Australian. Oh my, as Americans, we have the right to our own opinions without repercussions. Won't I? Who's Australian? That's Apex is Australian. And Romario is India. And Matt and myself are both from the United States, although right now I'm currently living in the Philippine Islands. You still have to vote, but you're not forced to pick anyone. So folding up the piece of paper blank and just shoving it in the box is good enough for them? Is that what you're saying there, Jace? The U.S. is a free country, that's right. Freedom is every person on this planet's right. And just because we don't agree on the same things doesn't make one of us better than the other. That's correct, okay. Yeah, I just don't believe that I've seen a good person running for U.S. president in quite a while. I don't know. Last time I put in a dead person's name. So I didn't even feel like either one of the candidates were worth voting for. That's correct, okay. Hey, you know, in India, vote got theft. Vote got theft? What do you mean vote got theft? They stole it out of your pocket or what? A wrong person theft all vote and become prime minister. I am in the middle politically, which is why I haven't voted in a long time. Maddie and Mike, do you think the American dream still exists? Only for certain people. Otherwise, it's just that, a dream. It's not always going to be good for everybody. Matt, we can also have our own opinions. What you trying to say? If you aren't, then you're going to get a slap in the butt. As far as I know, USA is the most racist country. No, it's not the most racist country, won't I? I think you're talking like you want us to, you're forcing us to believe what you're saying is better than what we're saying. All we're saying is we have the right as American citizens to voice our own opinion on our own politics and our own leaders, and you have the right to voice your opinion on yours, but please don't go ahead and think that you have more of a right than we do, because you really don't. We are all equal in this world, and once you believe you're better than everybody else, then you're actually beneath everybody else, because that's the wrong way to think. That's called corruption, Appy. I do, Jace, but it's just way more expensive now. Oh, okay, Maddie, I feel bad for the young people of the U.S. It's so hard for them to afford their own life. My bad, Michael. Yeah, no worries, won't I? You can speak your mind. We all speak our own minds here. But just remember, none of us are better than the other. I mean, what we believe in is what we believe in, and that's all there is to it. We will stand by what you believe in, too. Your human rights and dignity. We'll stand behind that as well. We're not going to try to talk bad to you because you believe in something we don't. That's just not the way we are. Big melting pot in culture in America. How can that be racist? Laugh aloud. Well, it's true that some areas of the U.S. are still racist. But that's mostly the rednecks in the South, and not a lot of them are anymore. There's hate groups everywhere in the world. I mean, look at Hitler and Germany back in World War II. They believed that they were supremacists. They were the supreme people on the planet. And just because I'm white, I'll never ever believe in this whole world that I'm better than anybody else. Back in my day, we used to say black is beautiful. I have lots of black friends, and I love them to death. Are you vegan? No, I'm not. I love eating my meat. Other countries have issues of racism. Yeah, every country does have some bit of it. And it doesn't have to be black against white. It could be Christian against Muslim. I mean, think about it. Everybody, I mean, Everybody has different ways of life, and some people just get radical. Hey Matt, do you think India is a nice country? What do you think about India? Happy can only marry an Indian woman. Yeah, that's normal. There's also racist people here too, but it's very multicultural, just like every country has a hood. Yeah. Yeah, it's sad. We got a lot of problems in the world. We all need to come together as one and solve our problems. You know, what did Jimi Hendrix had a saying back in the day before he died? He says, when the power of love overcomes the love of power, then the world will know peace. And I believe that. I date minorities only guys. Does that make me racist? No. Hey, let me tell you, Matt, my first child, her mother was Native American Indian. My second child, his mother was black. Third child, Filipina. So I have really never dated many white girls. You support murdering and raping animals. Genuine question. Raping animals? Yeah, I think your questioning is a little radical there for getting a response from me. I'm sorry, I'm going to decline to respond to that because I feel like you're trying to put me in a corner there. So watch what you say, please. Have feelings for other people's thoughts. Nope, not at all, Maddie. Because I want to date a white American, because I don't want to date a white American woman. Yeah. Hey, that's your preference, Matt. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, there's lots of people in the world. This is a big, beautiful world. Travel the world, find a woman from another country that has the same values and, some similar tastes as yourself. You can't go wrong. There's no law that says you have to marry a white woman. Bro, I am a vegetarian, and that was harsh. I agree the animals should be treated fairly, too. Yeah, it's all about preference and humanity. And it's all about being humble. It's all about being humble, people. And not trying to assault other people because of your beliefs. That's the wrong way to go. Because you don't gain friends, you gain enemies that way. We all believe in different things, and that is our God-given right. And the Bible says, those who glorify themselves, God will humble. And those who humble themselves, God will glorify. Exactly, we are all free to choose what life we want to live. That's right. Whoever Apex 55 is, since you believe I can speak my own opinion, and why are you getting defensive if I say the truth about the animal industry? Well, that's your opinion. That you're trying to force us to believe what you're saying is better. You're trying to force us to believe we're bad people because we eat meat. Come on now. Think about it. I mean, you may eat cow dung. That's your choice. We're not going to call you a bad person because you do it. Always think twice before you open your mouth. That's why we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. Very true there, bud. Life. Well, I love the passion. Just address it properly. Haha. So can I speak my opinion now? Laugh out loud? Go ahead, Apex. Speak whatever you want to speak. Just don't force other people into your own beliefs. That's all. No judgment. Judge not, lest you be judged yourself. See, when if we weren't more open-minded people, if we weren't really open-minded people, you would probably already been timed out. But you got to understand, that didn't happen to you. So you got to read between the lines. We're people who don't judge each other. I said wow because I was surprised with Won't I's comment. Laugh out loud. Not you, Jace. I was referring to the other guest here. You know, in India, if comedian make a joke, he get jail, and if big personality do crime, he get bail in one day. Why would a comedian get to go to jail for making a joke? Isn't that what comedians do? Isn't that their profession, how they earn their money? You're good, Maddie. Hey, you know, I'm not a vegetarian. Matt is a vegetarian. I don't judge him. He doesn't judge me. That's just the way it is. We have to survive some way or another. I mean, go back to the caveman days. They had to eat. They had to create fire from, you know, the way they had to create fire. They didn't just have to walk up with a cigarette lighter and ball up a piece of paper. Money makes the world go round, Appy. In India, people hurt their sentiments. They can't take a small joke. Well, depends on what the joke is, too. You got to remember to be sensitive to people, too. We all can live the life we choose. If Won't I is so passionate, he needs to go to support animals instead of judging people. That's correct. That truly is correct. He's not going to help the animals by coming in here. I mean, I think Maddie being vegetarian is the coolest thing because I know I can never do it. Yeah, I couldn't do it either, Jace. No way. Guys, vegans hate me because I eat dairy products. Well, you know, there's always going to be haters in the world. I don't know why. Nothing wrong with eating a little ice cream, drinking a little bit of milk, you know, eating some cheese. I mean, it's not like you're killing animals to do that. Can I have a shout out? Big Jeffrey Epstein in the house. Shout out to Big Jeff. What's happening, Big Jeffrey Epstein? Where you from there, brother? So much respect to you, Maddie. Laugh out loud, Epstein. Exactly, guys, from America. All right. Which country in America are you from, Big Jeff? I'm from the USA. Seattle is my city. And I'm currently almost 2 years living in the Philippine Islands. And we got Matt there from California. We've got Apex from Australia. And we've got whatever the heck his name is right now. What is he going by right now? Oreo Cookie? Or, Appy Timeout is from India. I knew Epstein is not dead. Epstein is not dead? What do you mean by that, Jace? Is there significance to Jeffrey Epstein? I do not know if there is. Okay, guys, gonna go hang out with Hen. Okay, Matt, we'll see you over there in a little bit. I'm gonna end this live real soon here. Fun times. Make her smile there, Matt. Keep her happy till we get there for us, buddy. Let's see here. Big Jeffrey Epstein joined YouTube 9 months ago and has no subscribers. So was that shout out thing a joke or something? Was I should I have thought about not shouting out Jeffrey Epstein for some reason? I don't know who Jeffrey Epstein is. We'll see you there, Maddie. Yo, I'm back. Welcome back. Good to have you back, won't I? I did not know you left. Jeff Epstein is bad person? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. And I gave a shout out to Jeff Epstein. Wow. What a fool that guy took me for. Oh, well. I apologize to anybody who had to hear that. Your Filipino hat is amazing. Thank you. It actually came from when I worked 25 years as the head of security for the Seattle Mariners baseball team. They have Filipino Heritage Night every year. Well, they have many Heritage Nights. But this one in particular, because I'm married to a Filipina, I have a Filipina daughter. I always go after the Philippine stuff. I buy the tickets real quick as soon as they go on sale. And they're promotional tickets. You pay a little bit more, but that little bit more goes to the Filipino community in Seattle to help them out. Epstein laughed. Happy time out. Yeah, I guess that guy really got me there. Check out the Epstein files, Mike. Is there something I really need to check out? Is the Epstein files, or can I do without? Can I still live without? Which countries have I been to yet? Well, besides my home country, USA, I've been to Canada, I've been to South Korea, and I've been to the Philippines. 4 countries. Is that true, Mike? Are they files, really? I have no idea, Happy. I don't follow most of that politics stuff back in the USA. It's all pretty boring to me. You can't always believe what the media tells you, you know? And if you get caught up in believing something that you don't do your own research on, find out the information for yourself, you could end up looking like a real fool. And how many countries have you been to, won't I? What do you do as a living? Well, I was a security manager for a major baseball team for 25 years. Before that, I was in the construction industry since I was a young kid. Back when I was probably 11, 12 years old, I started shoveling snow and doing lawns, all kinds of small stuff, delivering newspapers for a living. Now I'm retired. I'm 64 years old. Not many people hire old guys like me anymore, so it was time to retire and take my Social Security check and my 401k pension and head to a place that's a more simpler life, which is here I found in the Philippines. You know, Trump name is also there in Epstein. I did not know that. But I wouldn't be surprised at anything these days. If you like, it's good to know a bit so that won't happen again. Okay. Is it something long and boring that is just going to make me not really pay attention to most of it? Because I notice when I read boring stuff, if it has no point or no meaning, and it's all bad stuff, I just don't like to read it. Anyways, guys, it's been an hour and a half. I really need to go and get a cold soda or something, do some dishes. I've been to Japan, Australia, Turkey, Libya, and India. Wow. More places than I've been to. Nice. I've heard great things about Turkey. I know Australia is a great country. Um, Not sure about Japan. I hear a lot of conflicting stories there. Hard to find a mate, a wife, or a husband there. Um, and India is a huge place. And that's where Appy Timeout is from. He's from India. He's one of our friends. And so what country are you from, won't I? In Libya, I'm not sure much about Libya. Isn't that where Omar Gaddafi was from? Libya? Seems I remember that. You're Japanese, okay. So you're born and raised in Japan, I take it. And you've been around, is it like you went around on your own, or is it or was it military service? Omar al-Gaddafi is the prime minister. Gaddafi. Do you mean was, or is that his grandson or something now runs the country? Okay, Mike, I'm going to head over to Hanley. I'll see you there. Okay, Apex. I shall see you there in a few minutes. I actually have to use the restroom anyways, so I got to end this live pretty quick, guys. Thanks for being here. Apex, Matt, Won't I, Happy Timeout. You guys take care and have a good day. Thank you all for being here. Thanks for the deep discussions. Hopefully we can all learn to get on the same page with each other one day and just accept each other for who we are. That's all. We're not all good people and we're not all bad people. We're all just equal individuals that live on this planet Earth. So let's try to all be one, take care of each other. Peace and love to all of you from the Philippine Islands. Take care now. Bye-bye.